I am delighted to be here interviewing Iryna, who has just finished her BMus Songwriting and Recording degree with us here at the London College of Music as part of the University of West London. And I'm really, really pleased to be featuring her as one of our students for Arts Fest. Iryna, it's lovely to see you, and I'm really looking forward to talking to you about your project, The Secret Life of Dolls. Can you tell us a little bit about the background to the project and where the ideas came from?
The initial idea came from my very first meeting with David Osborne, and I showed him one of the pieces that I wrote a couple of years ago. I just told him that the story behind this piece was about the broken dolls, about their dance. And he listened to it and he really liked it, and he said, I think there is you can extend this story even more. Why they're broken, what happened to them. And this is how it started. So from that one piece, I started thinking about story, and each week I would bring him another piece which would extend the previous piece. So, and somehow it just grown into the whole ballet for children.
So you've created essentially this new score of a ballet for children, which is really, really exciting. And is there a particular reason why you aimed for that audience?
Yes, I have children myself, and I think that children, the kind of lack, there is not enough material for the children these days. We've got classics like Tchaikovsky, we've got Nutcracker, we've got Sleeping Beauty, we've got all that. Yeah, we've got musical theater, but I wanted to create something that would engage not just children, but also their parents and their grandparents, so the whole family can come and watch and enjoy the music and the story. Because I haven't just written music, I also written the story libretto. And yeah, it seems like it turned out well.
Fantastic. And also, just tell us a little bit about the challenges of writing for a symphony orchestra.
The challenges, the challenges were, first of all, of course, I was learning how to do all this because I never written orchestrations. They were in my head, but they weren't on a piece of paper. So David Osborne, he guided me through all this process, which I'm very grateful. And first of all, I would write for the piano, and then I would do arrangements for the orchestra. And of course, I'm very goal-driven person. If I've got something on my mind, and if I want to achieve something, I don't care if we've got some any obstacles in the way. I don't see the obstacles. I know that step by step what I have to do. Initially, I wanted to record the music in London, but because we had all these restrictions, lockdowns, it was just impossible. So I started thinking, okay, where can I do this project? And I contacted a very good friend of mine. She's playing at the National Ukrainian Symphony Orchestra, and she just advised me another orchestra that does such recordings. And this is how it happened. I contacted chief conductor in Ukraine, one of the orchestras, and I flew there. We did the recording, and he liked my music. And he said, well, I really would love to play it at one of the festivals that we're gonna have in May or June. Would you like your music to be performed? Dream come true, of course, yes. So yeah.
So you have literally just come back and you're now in isolation. In fact, during our conversation just before we came on, the government were calling you to check that you were at home doing your quarantine, having literally just come back from the Ukraine after a really, really successful premiere of The Secret Life of Dolls with the Ukrainian Radio Symphony Orchestra. And you mentioned before how there's never any hurdles to get over. And I know that your resilience and sort of just determination to get your music out there has meant that it happened for you, and we're all so excited that that it worked. You know, it's sort of like the icing on top of the cake, isn't it? You've handed in all your work for university, completed your degree in a pandemic situation, and now it's been premiered. So just, I mean, such exciting stuff for you. I would like, if it's okay with you, Iryna, to share with everybody a little bit, a clip of the music, which is from the orchestra's Facebook page. They streamed it live while it was being performed. So we're going to have a little bit of a listen. But do you want to sort of just give us a bit of background as to this particular snippet of music that we're going to listen to before we hear it?
Well, this particular fragment, this piece, it just happened so quickly. I wrote it literally in 2 days. I had it just, I don't know, I have this music in my head, and if it's in my head, I have to get it out. So it took me 2 days just to write this for the orchestra, and it was, I think it was one of the most successful pieces I have ever written.
So
let's like it too.
Yeah, let's have a little listen to it. So I will, by the wonders of technology, do the screen sharing thing with the hope that everything comes up correctly. Right. So there we are. So we've already, at this point, there's already been a little bit of introduction into this point. And when we're about to hear the principal cellist embark on a wonderful solo before the music reaches a bit of a climax at this point. So here we go. Let's press play. So exciting to hear that, Iryna. And just tell us a little bit about what you were feeling like when you were listening to that as the composer, sort of seeing your work come to fruition on the stage in front of you.
Yeah, sure. I just would like to add one thing. This particular piece wasn't included in the ballet, so it became a part of the ballet because all the musicians, chief conductor, and myself who liked it.
Brilliant! So it's like that organic process of things like you think would make it in, and then they do.
Yeah, so it's already like we took it on board with all the other pieces. Listening to your music when you as an audience, I can't even describe what sort of feelings I had. I felt it was natural. I felt good because I made my mom proud. I made my sisters proud. I made my children proud, and it's a sense of, it's such a I can't put it into words. It's the most amazing feeling ever when you have your dream, and despite maybe some people they have they achieve their dreams a bit earlier than I did in my, in my life,
Mhm.
because my life it was a bit different. I didn't go to university when I was 19 or 20. It happened much later. But it's the greatest feeling ever. And I just think if you have your dream and you believe, you must believe, you must see yourself, you must hear yourself. And I always knew that one day my music will be performed on a stage. One day, people will love my music. And that just you try to paint your future and see it as it's your real life, then it will happen.
It's such a success story, Iryna, and I know that you've got plans going now that you're graduating, and leaving us, or leaving us to go on to other things. But we'll always stay in touch, I know. But what are the future plans for the Secret Life of Ballet, and also for you as a composer? What do you now visualize as being the next step and your next?
The next step, it was only music. It was premiere of my music. Now the next step is to put the ballet on stage. So I've got a few plans to put on stage, maybe in Moscow, in Kiev, and I will be trying London as well, because hopefully we will be out of all this lockdown and theaters slowly they start opening up. So we'll see.
We keep our fingers massively crossed, and we're hopeful that there's a light at the end of that tunnel, because London obviously has a really thriving ballet scene with two amazing ballet companies, and then all the other more provincial ballet companies as well, putting
Yes.
together great stuff. So we're really excited to hear about that. How are you feeling about finishing your degree at LCM?
I feel very positive. I'm planning to do my master's degree as well.
Ah, fantastic. That's really
Because
good.
I don't wanna stop. Need to have another step, another goal to achieve, and feel this, this satisfaction that, oh, I did that. And yeah, I feel very positive looking into the future, positive future. And I'm sure that my ballet is gonna go nationwide, because
Yeah.
it's too it deserves to be national, on the stage. I think, and
Well,
other people think so too.
I can't wait to see, both the dance side and the music side come together. It's really exciting. So I hope I'm going to have a front row seat, please, Iryna,
Yes,
when that happens. Um, so I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your work with us today, and your profile is available to look at on the ArtsFest website, and so people can go and explore that a little bit more, and perhaps find out a little bit more background into the actual libretto, the story of the Secret Life of Dolls. So Iryna, thank you again. Best of luck for
thank you very
the
much.
next stage, and yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.